And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Sacramento Kings. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, right now for the Kings, they've been sinking on this list to start out the year. Not what they or really anyone else expected, but that's why you play the games.
Now Sacramento starting 5. Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley and Giles, both former Blue Devils, are the 4 and the 5. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hornets, they've got Washington. Hernan Gomez out there with Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot. Long season, Brent, halfway through. Some teams try to create camaraderie with team dinners and team trips, and I would think that would help.
Well, that helps with your personal savings. You're not spending.
Absolutely,
you're not spending your per diem.
No per diem spend.
Well, there's a tremendous article that was written last year about what it is that Greg Popovich created in San Antonio. Funny thing, when that article came out about the Spurs dinner culture, I had people that were calling me up going, "You should read this," and I said, "Read it. I lived it." Are you kidding me? But absolutely, time like that, time where you have conversation, time in front of one another, where you learn about, hopefully you're learning about the vulnerabilities of your teammate, because in the end, that's what ends up making you stronger. So I think those kind of things help immensely.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Giles. Here's Sacramento. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Off the inbound. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Rozier against Fox. Good work defensively by Fox.
You're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Rozier. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Hield with the bucket.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Rozier with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Graham with the bucket.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Yeah, the point is to score, so getting that first one, that always helps.
Now, here's Fox. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Hield from outside. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Hield's got 5 points so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a few minutes ago. We talked about their strategy for containing De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said he's at his best in the open floor. We got to retreat on the release, try to limit his chances out on the break. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Here's Giles. He also stepped up against the Warriors in that win. Launches it. And it's Graham missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bagley against Hernan Gomez. Bagley, no good. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Hornets. 7-point differential. Bridges shot. Good.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Outside Bogdanovich. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Washington. That one, no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, last season we saw Buddy Hield step into the primary scoring option role for the team. He flourished in that, Brent, and his percentages didn't change.
No, he was a great complement alongside what De'Aaron Fox was doing for them in transition. But a new coaching staff, Kevin, it'll be interesting to see if Buddy Hield continues to get 8 threes a game, which is what he did last year, along with trying to improve other aspects to be more and more consistent on the offensive end of the floor.
And the first one at the line is good.
Buddy Hield finished off the 2018 season on a tear, and then last year played some tremendous basketball, trying to work on rounding out his game, not just to be a scorer, but more dynamic on offense by making plays, drawing fouls, and being more consistent.
And so he hits both. Well, with Hield, Brent, you know the shooting is going to be there. Now he's starting to get more trips to the line.
Trips at the line, maybe catching up to De'Aaron Fox in transition. It's going to be really interesting with the new offensive system under this coaching staff, how it is they utilize the scoring ability of Buddy Hield.
Now here's Hield with a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Graham. 7-point differential. Plays it up and banks it in. Graham's got his 3rd basket of the night. For Sacramento, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Pass to Hield. Puts it up from 12. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
More and more improved floor awareness for De'Aaron Fox.
Hornets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Rozier the pass to Hernan Gomez. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Now here's Fox. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. Bagley kicks to Bogdanovich. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Pretty smooth screen and roll there. Got to be up on Bogdanovich.
here is Graham. Pass to Bridges. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Hernangomez misses from close range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Bagley. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Rozier against Fox. With the floater. Here's Hernangomez. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Fox. Heel dishes to Bagley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
That's good from Bagley. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
No good on the second free throw.
Interesting how the year progressed for one Marvin Bagley, the former 2nd overall pick in the 2018 draft. Got some increased playing time. His role shifted a little bit, and his confidence was on the rise. Played much better in the second half of the season.
Now, here's Fox. D right on him. Parker outside. Over Zeller. Parker's shot is off.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Here's Graham. Rebound by Parker.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Pretty focused play right there from Harrison Barnes, showing he has what it takes to convert sometimes those challenging buckets like that one there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
Malik Monk, he's checked in for the Hornets. Alex Len's checked in for the Kings. Corey Joseph comes in for Hield. That's good from Barnes. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, and you've got these options, Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver, who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. And not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Here's Fox following the bucket by the Hornets and the dunk by Parker.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And here are the Hornets now. The Kings getting the bucket. The pass to Bacon. Clock at 6. Monk for 3. Third time is not the charm. 0 for 3 from the floor so far.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Hornets trail by 12. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Bacon. Back to Monk. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Kings. They're 6th right now in the conference with lots of time to make a move.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they weren't really being talked about as contenders coming into the season, but they have entered that conversation.
They're in the thick of it, and I think they got an attitude that's well suited for the pressure and intensity of playoff basketball. So when the postseason arrives, look out for this team.
And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Bagley.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
First one falls for him.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And 7'1", the Ukrainian big Alex Len is so solid. Still a lot of time to reach his potential, and hopefully he finds a way to do that.
Sacramento leading by 13. Here's Parker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Parker's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Monk. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Biyombo. Here's Bacon. Here's Monk. The shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Parker passes to Joseph. No good with the triple. So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against Indiana. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. 4th, De'Aaron Fox.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
.146 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Parker. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 8 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Hornets trail by 17. Stolen by Joseph. To the inside. And it's Fox with the jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Monk. Sacramento making their last shot. Stolen by Len. The pass to Fox. Oh, the lob to Parker. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Well, he's got a wide reach, so Parker's stretching out that time and grabbing it and throwing it down.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
Now here's Zeller, and that time also a missed shot. There's 31 seconds left in the first. A pass to Fox. Out to Parker. Shoots over Batum. Parker's shot is off.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Now, here's Monk. No points in the game yet for him. Batum scanning the floor. Bacon. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Good defense right there. Barnes taking pride in shutting down that possession.
And so it's Jabari Parker making things happen for the Sacramento Kings. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Hornets trail by 21.
A great year for the Kings last year. We're in the playoff hunt right up until the very last month of the season and ultimately came up short. But those guys will be hungry to want some postseason play this year.
Inside, Cody Zeller and Bismack Biyombo. Monk is out there with Batum, and it's Bacon in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Now, here's Fox. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Lets it go from the wing. The Hornets pull it in. And Brent, as you mentioned, the Kings came up short last year, but you have to think the playoffs are in their future.
Thinking about the playoffs would be nice. They did make a coaching change as Luke Walton is taking over for Dave Yeager, and changing coaches can sometimes disrupt development. Will they continue to play at the same pace that they played at last year? They were phenomenal in the open floor.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season, but for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you. And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Bogdanovich is checked in. Joseph dishes to Barnes. Back to Joseph. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. 5 to shoot. One kicks to Barnes for the 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Hornets shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. And it's Rozier missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Kings leading now by 21. Outside, Joseph. Passes to Barnes. Bielitsa with it. Over Zeller. Drops it in from 11 feet. Bielitsa's got his first basket of the night.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Joseph against Rozier.
Well, putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Outside, Batum. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Shot by Zeller, no good. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Bogdanovich, and goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And some changes here for the Kings. Bagley, he's checked in for Len, and Heald subbed in for Harrison Barnes. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Rozier looking around. Teardrop shot. He lays it in. Rozier's got his first basket.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now Joseph. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Outside, Bagley. Back to Joseph. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Bridges passes to Rozier. High post Zeller. Over Bagley. Shot by Zeller, no good. Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Pass to Bagley. And stolen by Zeller. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket.
Just a high-energy player. Bridges brings the aggression every possession.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. The pass to Bogdanovich. To the paint and stolen by Zeller. Here's Washington. Count that one. Joseph with the ball. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Heald from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And it's Washington missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Passes it to Bagley. Over Washington. Bagley, no good. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul. But when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Here's Bogdanovich. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. Bridges with the steal. A fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Graham. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. On the wing, Heald. Rozier defending. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, Bielitsa pushing right through the contact that time.
Hornets trail by 19. And here is Graham. He's got 6. In the corner, it's Bridges. Not going to go that time. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Now, here's Bogdanovich. 9 points in the game so far. Rozier with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Here's Washington. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. Sacramento leading by 19. Here's Heald. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. And 11 points for Buddy Hield.
Good job in the mid-range. Buddy Hield getting squared up and scores.
Here's Rozier. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And he slams it one-handed.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And Sacramento has possession. After the basket by Charlotte, and it's Giles missing.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Bagley with the block.
Bagley timing that one well and intimidating.
Loud pass to Bagley. From down in the low post, it goes. Bielitsa's got 6 here in this quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Floats one up, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Monk's checked in for the Hornets. And then for Sacramento, Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Fox in for Bogdanovich. And that one falls for Graham. And it's the Kings with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. Outside, Fox. Feeds to Parker. Goes up to the stripe. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist in the game. Charlotte's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. To the right side. Monk, no one around him. And again, the Hornets missing. Sacramento leading by 20. Here's Fox. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. And so Graham will bring it up for the Hornets.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky, and he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Both teams will make substitutions. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft, was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor style.
Yeah, easy call.
Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Biyombo is checked in for Miles Bridges. Over in the corner, Barnes cans it from downtown. Barnes has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, when Harrison Barnes makes shots like that, confidence grows. He's feeling it. Teammates are going to start feeding off of that.
Pass to Monk from deep. Rebound by Parker. Kings leading now by 21. Outside, Fox. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
Healed against Batum. And the pass to Monk. Shoots the three. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Healed outside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now, here's Fox. He has 7. Parker, right side. The 19-foot shot. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Batum against Healed. Hernan Gomez in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Sacramento leading by 21. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Down low and stolen by Biyombo. Here's Bacon, covered by Barnes. Bacon, the pass to Monk, looking to get back on track here. That shot no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Kings ahead, running away with it. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Just us playing off each other, trying to get to the basket, trying to work it around. When it's balanced scoring like we have tonight, everyone tries to, feed off each other.
Strength in numbers, right? Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter from Jabari Parker. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Charlotte.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Jabari Parker has been exceptional here today, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. On the court for Sacramento. Fox at the point with Heel to his side. They're the backcourt. Bagley and Giles, both former Blue Devils, are the 4 and the 5. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward spot. Here's Washington. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. Marvin Bagley picks one up. The Hornets have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Two.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so here's Sacramento. Healed outside. Back to Fox. Inside. And Healed gets it to go on the assist by Fox. Fox has got his 8th assist in the game. Hornets trail by 21. Now Graham. Pass to Rozier. Shoots over Fox. No good off the back of the rim.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
For Charlotte, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Graham kicks to Rozier. Lays it up off the glass. Rozier's got 8 points.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Fox against Rozier. Passes it to Bagley. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Pass to Graham. The tray. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. There's the pass to Hield. 13 feet away. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Hernan Gomez has got 8 rebounds in this game. Rozier against Fox. Rozier the pass to Hernan Gomez. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Bogdanovich, no luck. Here's Washington. He averages about 5 points a game. To the middle. Fox with the steal. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. And finished off by Bagley.
You know, Bagley can really get up and extend.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Graham surveying the floor. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 8.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Fox passes to Giles. Here's Bagley. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Miles Bridges.
Well, when he's looking to score, Bagley becomes a lot more of a problem.
For Sacramento, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Now, Bagley can give you just a little bit of everything on the inside. I know he had a slow start to his rookie year, but really picked it up as he came along and got up to speed with not only playing with Fox, but in the NBA system, and as to where he could be effective.
Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. And so Bagley nails them both. And with Bagley, it was clear just how active he was on both ends.
Yeah, he can do that. He's got that kind of length. He's got a soft touch around the rim. And if he can run out in transition and steal a few easy points, he could be a consistent 17 to 18 point scorer in this league.
Kings leading now by 21. Now here's Fox. He has 7. Down low. Bagley the pass to Giles. Tries yet again. Hornets with the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Pass to Zeller. Now Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Washington. Offline with his 3.
And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Rozier against Fox. Fox with the steal. And they're pushing it up.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Fox. 1st in assists, 4th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Well, what an incredible difference it was for De'Aaron Fox from his rookie year to his second season.
Well, they really committed to a style that allowed De'Aaron Fox just to take the reins and run up and down the floor. Obviously, we talk so much about his speed and ability to get out in transition to put pressure on the defense. The next step, again, for all these young players is to remain consistent in their play and then defend your position on the other end.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Kings making a change here. Bielitsa's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
Quietly, Buddy Hield has had some good moments in the NBA thus far. I know coming in, a lot of attention as a high draft choice, but his offensive game and the players around him as they get better are helping Buddy Hield out.
For Sacramento, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And Fox has it in the corner. That's tipped.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with. How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Yeah, that pops your confident balloon out there, just completely deflating when plays like that happen.
And it's Washington missing.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here's Fox. He has 7. Healed the pass to Bagley. The fadeaway again, Sacramento.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Graham. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Fox dishes to Bagley. Back to Fox. Over Rozier. And no good. And the Hornets now going the other way. Here's Washington. To the paint. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Parker's checked in for Giles, and it's Joseph in for Heal. That free throw good from Washington. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Charlotte making a switch here. Bacon's checked in. And the Kings also making a change. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Corey Joseph. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, Batum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Washington's checked in for Bacon. The Kings also at the sub. Len's checked in. Here's Washington. 7 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. Fox with the steal. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Like to see Fox with that fast, quick decision on the defensive end of the floor.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Here's Monk. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Parker's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, that's up there. Harrison Barnes with momentum rises up, and that's a highlight.
The Hornets shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Batum against Bielitsa. And Batum kicks to Monk. Passes to Washington. 6 to shoot. Count that one. Washington's got 9. The Kings have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Now, here's Fox. Defense right on him. The 3 from Barnes. And another 3 for Sacramento.
Pretty reliable from that area on the floor. Harrison Barnes comfortable rising up and shooting from there.
Bielitsa against Batum. Pass to Washington. Back to Batum for 3. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Hornets with the ball. Biombo finds Zeller. Here's Washington, covered by Parker. And there's the pass to Zeller. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Fox. The shot by Monk is no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
It's stolen by Monk. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebound by Bjelica. Bjelica's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Well, for Bjelica, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bjelica, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bjelica.
Here's Monk, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
This one for 3, but they get it back.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Now, here's Bazemore. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Barnes against Zeller. The drive by Barnes.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Charlotte has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Batum. There's the feed to Biombo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Parker. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
The free throw drops for Biombo.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. That one is no good. Barnes with it. 17 points in the game.
Watch HB.
Dishes at the land. Comes up empty down low. Charlotte shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Fox with the steal. The drive by Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Consistently, Harrison Barnes with good body language. It keeps him focused, and right now, he's on a roll.
1:41 left in the third. That's tipped and stolen by Bazemore. Here's Parker. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Outside, Batum. Kicks it to Monk. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Now, here's Monk. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Batum inside the three-point line. And again, the Hornets missing. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Kings. And it's Fox with the jam.
So shifty. Fox gets in there, anytime he wants to.
And so it's Charlotte with it. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here's Monk, guarded by Fox. To halt the run, the shot's good from Monk. Monk's got his first points of the night.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Fox passes to Bazemore. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Stupendous work by Bazemore to force the defense into him there. His skill set really presents a challenge to opposing defenders.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Well, Bazemore showing what every lefty has, and that's craftiness. Just uses his body very well and takes smart shots within the offense.
And so Bazemore nails both of them. Now, here's Monk. Not a lot of room. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Sacramento Kings, able to put on a show for the ages. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Martin is out there with Monk. Then there's Hernan Gomez, and it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now, here's Monk. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Outside for Martin. Just 5 on the clock. From about 19 feet. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
Here's Farrell. Outside, Fox. Passes it to Bazemore. Wide open look. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And here is Monk. Now the dish to Martin. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Outside, Martin. Now Monk. Shot clock at 6. Kept alive, and another shot, and Hernan Gomez finishes it off. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Barnes outside. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's McDaniels. Can't connect from short range.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Here's Monk. Outside, Martin. top of the key. McDaniels shoots over Bazemore, and good. He got the English that time as it falls.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now here is Martin. Right wing. Here's Monk. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. Here's Martin. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Fox dishes to Barnes. Got a hand on it.
It's not with extreme athleticism that Willie gets to that shot, but the anticipation and the timing, those help.
Now the pass to Martin, and stolen by Barnes. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. Yes, that goes in. Fox has got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Martin. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James, whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Pass to Monk. Left side, Martin. And it goes down 2 points. And so here's Sacramento. Here's Farrell. Passes it to Holmes. Martin against Barnes. Pass to Farrell. Kings moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Here's Bazemore, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. The pass to Monk. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Harrison Barnes, and Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. And both free throws good for Martin. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Pass to Joseph. Bazemore for three. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Charlotte shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Martin against Joseph. And it's Martin penetrating. Rebounded by Holmes. Sacramento's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Bielitsa with the bucket.
Well, Bielitsa is a weapon because of his efficiency from out there.
The Hornets shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Farrell gets the bucket. Farrell's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Holmes. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Farrell. Drops in the layup for 2. Monk with the ball. Pass to Hernan Gomez. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And he makes the first. Charlotte making a switch here. Zeller's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Hornets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Pass to Martin. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that in high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Here's Monk. The shot missing. So the Kings will take it the other way.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing.
Here's Martin. Rebound by the Kings. And here is Joseph. In the corner, Farrell. Lets it go with a three. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now Monk back to Zeller. And the shot goes in.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Sacramento's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. And there's the pass to Bielitsa. And good that time.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Charlotte has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Monk. Off the left rim and out.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
He shoots again, and Bielitsa lays it up and in.
These are bonuses. When you get Bielitsa inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
And they're on the break. Here's Bazemore, and the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for De'Aaron Fox.
Just active on defense. Little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Farrell looking around. Pass to Holmes. From past the arc. He can't hit that time. Now Charlotte takes it the other way. Monk for 3. Joseph with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Passes it to Farrell. 6 on the shot clock. He kicks to Bazemore. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Five seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but, you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure, so I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And we'll see you next time.